Life is made of chemicals. The chemicals in coffee come from the seeds of a plant. We grind them up and expose a mixture of various chemicals. When I poured my coffee suspension through the filter, it let the liquids pass through, but blocked the large clumps of insoluble solids in the filter. But other chemicals in the coffee were soluble. They dissolved and passed right through. Let's make another solution and see if we can find out why this happens and see if there's a way to separate our solvent from the solute that it dissolved. I'll add just a little bit of this sodium chloride salt and mix it up. Look closely. Can you see the liquid turn clear as the solute dissolves? Here is our solution. Why doesn't a simple filter block out the solute in our solution the way it blocked out the solids in our suspension? The solvent in our solution is the same liquid as before, water, H2O. Since it's a liquid, the particles are able to flow freely. But this time, we used sodium chloride. Just like the calcium carbonate, sodium chloride is a granular solid, so its particles are stuck together in clumps. And at first, when they mix in the water, they stay in their clumps. But sodium chloride is soluble in water, so the particles of water can pull apart those solid clumps. That's what we mean when we say something dissolved. And then the particles of sodium chloride are able to flow freely within the liquid water. This is our solution. Now when we try to filter it in that same way, the sodium chloride can pass right through with the particles of water. So how do we separate our solution? Well, remember, even though there aren't clumps, our sodium chloride salt is still there. If you tasted the solution, you would taste salt. Let's see what happens if we heat up our solution. This is where things can get dangerous, so it's a good time to remember to pull up our sleeves and tie back our hair, and put on our apron and safety goggles. What's happening to our solution? It heated up quickly. Now it's boiling. The liquid is turning into gas and escaping into the air. We'll have to be patient. Keep in mind that I'm often speeding up these videos. But as the water does start to boil away, it's a good idea to turn the heat down so you don't damage your pan. And it's a good thing I did, because the liquid is boiling away fast. But what's that being left behind? It's the salt. Even though it was working together with the water and acting like a liquid, it takes far more heat to melt, much less boil, sodium chloride. So as the liquid water boils away, it leaves behind the salt. The H2O, or water, has all escaped into the air as steam or vapor. If we had the right equipment, we could capture that gas, and when it cooled down, it would be liquid water again. But our sodium chloride salt is right here in the pan. Using heat, we boiled away our solvent, and the solute was left behind. That is one way that we can separate a solution. We have a lot more lessons at Guidepost, with activities that you can do at home or school. You can try out one of my favorites right here in the video description before moving on to the next lesson in this playlist.